Hey, what's up guys? It's your boy Speed here, and we're back with another meta update. It's been a month since I made one. I thought, might as well make another, catch people up on what's going on in the meta, what items are good, what heroes are good, what pros are doing, what's good in pubs, just kind of everything you need to know about the current state of Dota. So without further ado, let's talk about what's going on, what people are doing, and what you need to know about the current state of Dota. On top of that, go sign up to the gameleap website, guys. I'm posting new content over there almost every day, and I'll see you there. Okay, so the first thing I want to talk about is carry heroes. The safe lane hero pool, I would say, is the most contested role in the pro scene right now. This is pretty interesting because for the longest time, it's been supports and I would say offlaners with the occasional mid hero. But currently, I would say the most contested heroes are Alchemist, Dragonite. Right, this is pretty crazy. It's just something to keep in mind for your pubs as well. I believe Alchemist and Dragonite are absurdly consistent heroes. I don't think that they're overly broken in pubs, but if you're looking for a hero that you can learn, get really good at, and gain a lot of MMR if you perfect the hero, these are two of the best in the game due to their reliable laning stages and reliable farming patterns and rates. And funny enough, because these heroes are so popular, Doom just kind of remains in the pro scene as a bannable hero or a required ban, because if you want to threaten the Alk or DK pick, you need to ban Doom. It is generally the best hero against these heroes, especially against Alk. I think it's a lot worse against Dragonite because Dragonite is just a bit tankier, higher HP pool, so it can live the Doom in cases, and it also right-clicks the Doom when Doom goes in, but the Alk Doom matchup is quite bad. Not one anyone likes playing. And funny enough, the third most contested hero in the pro scene is Morphling, another hero that despises Doom. So comically, Doom, I would say, is primarily good. I mean, honestly, I think the hero is just good, but it's primarily good because of the top tier meta. However, in pubs, talking about two carries that I think are on the rise and should be looked at are Kez and Lifestealer. I plan on making a Kez guide, an updated Kez guide soon. I think my last Kez video, I just didn't really know nearly enough about the hero. I mean, the tips and tricks were fine, but the hero has definitely been further explored. I think there is a main build that people are going right now that seems really, really good. So I want to cover that. And then Lifestealer. I think Armlet and Sanjanyasha are two of the best items in the game. Armlet is good if you can use it. And then Radiance is a solid third item that is really, really good. And Lifestealer buys all of them. He also got buffed in the recent patch, so big believer in Lifestealer in pubs. All right, let's quickly talk about all the other roles, but I have way less to say. Mid is kind of all over the place. Position 3, honestly, sort of all over the place. 4 and 5, I want to say kind of the same thing. There are a few top heroes that I'm going to cover a bit later on into the video, but other than the carry role, I would say there's quite a bit of variation in the other roles. And so, yeah, I think that's kind of nice, actually. Next up, Tormentors. In the pro scene, Tormentors have become much more popular and much more prevalent. Teams are beginning to group up and take them earlier and earlier, just realizing how important it actually is. Because 250 gold to the hero that gets the last hit, and more importantly, you get a shard. In some games, getting a shard in minute 20 straight up breaks the game. A couple of heroes that are good examples of this are Gyrocopter support, or Ogre Magi getting his Fire Shield. Right, there are certain heroes where when you get a shard in minute 20, it's just overtuned. The reason why is a lot of heroes that have these broken shards, the supports, tend to not be as good at farming, right? Even think about something like a Lich. You get an Ice Spire in minute 20, some Liches will have already bought it by then, but if you haven't, it's this massive power spike that kind of just breaks the game, and yeah, it's 250 gold to the hero that kills it. And so yeah, Tormentors are becoming more prevalent. I do say this is more of a pro thing because it requires synergy. It's something that requires very good communication and an understanding of the heroes that need to take it. But as a good rule of thumb, guys, 3 heroes, as long as one of them is a high damage core, is enough to kill the Tormentor, and it's honestly okay if a support dies while taking it, as funny as that actually sounds. Next up is Trusty Shovel. I think Shovel is maybe the best tier 1 item. The main thing that I'm seeing as a trend right now is that people are digging water runes for their mid laner. If you use Trusty Shovel in the river, it digs a water rune. This is broken for heroes with bottle. Most mid heroes take Trusty Shovel if they have a bottle. Next up, we have Drums, Wand, and Solar are still on top for the support role. Basically, these items just kind of have the best build-up. I mean, Wand is its own item, but I would say Drums and Solar just having the best build-up and easiest use cases are the reason why they're on top. Drums, Windlace, Belt of Strength, Solar, Fluffy Hat, Windlace, Pavise, you know what I mean? These items just have good build-up. And then Drums, you click it when you're near your team, so always. Solar, high cast range. Glimmer and Forestaff, half the cast range of Solar. As a result, these items I would say stay on top for the best support items, with Glimmer and Forestaff being a close second. For pubs, I would say the best position 5s are still Lich and Warlock. For position 4, I would say it's Nyx and Clockwork. The mid pool is weird. Lina is on the rise. Magic damage Lina is certainly on the rise. Earth Spirit is taking a bit of a backseat, but is still popular. Night Stalker is an offlaner that I see as a high potential hero. His lane domination with Night Rain, or just general ability to be obnoxious with the other facet, reducing vision, is very powerful. In general, I think I've been hating on this hero a bit too much as of late, mainly because I hate on Night Stalker when he can't farm. But the reality is, in pubs, people just fight all the time, and so as long as you have your ult, or it's nighttime, you're going to be able to get active and get kills and get farm that way. Dusa has most certainly fallen off, but honestly guys, she's still a good pub hero. She's still going to be one of the top carries because of the fact that she scales, and she has a pretty reliable lane. The lane is a lot worse now. It's a lot worse because you're a lot squishier. The mana shield absorbs 2.2 damage per mana instead of 2.5, but the hero is still solid as the game progresses. It's falling off in the pro scene, again, because it's quite gankable now, and Venomous Volley is not overtuned with Manta style, but still, it's a hero to be looking at, but it's definitely fallen off. Spectre's on the slight rise. I'm a little on the fence, so I don't want to talk too much about it, but I've been seeing a lot more Spectre. I think Undying is on the rise with Rotting Mitts. I think Deconstruction Elder Titan is a hero I want to make a video on. I believe it is one of the best, if not the best facet in the game. This facet is absurd, genuinely absurd what it does. If you haven't looked into it at all, I recommend you do. Basically, you stand on people. They have a billion minus armor in the early game. If you put your spirit on people, their magic resist goes to 0. I think Deconstruction Elder Titan with magic damage combos is going to be OP. We're going to see Lina, we're going to see Zeus, we're going to see Tiny, Sand King, Earth Spirit. These AoE magic damage heroes with Deconstruction Elder Titan is insane. Tidehunter is on the rise. Vlad's Pipe Tidehunter, or Mage Slayer Tidehunter, with his shard and all of the buffs he's been getting recently, has definitely made this hero be on the rise. I don't think it's broken. I think it's just a solid hero, something to keep your eye out for if you don't know what else to pick. Abaddon is comically still the highest win rate hero in Dota. I don't know what to say. Guys, you just must suck at the game. Like, Abaddon is one of those heroes where if people are good, I don't want to say it's bad. I think he's fine, but he's just way worse. Like, the reality of Abaddon is this hero can be ignored. It's slow paced in the early game. You just gotta learn to like move around him. Like, just move around him. Kill people in silence. Split the map a little bit. But he's still the highest win rate hero. So no offense, if you're from 0 to 4k MMR, you should probably be playing Abaddon. Meepo might make its return. I've been seeing this hero quite a bit more. Certain pros have been picking it up. Certain of the top tier carries have been picking back up Meepo. There's an interesting build with the Pack Rat facet where you get to use a normal item on all of your Meepos if you put it in your neutral item slot. And so what people are doing is they're doing it with Butterfly and more consistently Sanjin Yasha. So all your Meepos get status resist and slow resist, and they're a lot harder to kite. It does take up your neutral item slot though, so it's a little weird. Lycan is hard on the rise. I think Lycan is going to be one of the best heroes of the patch for the heroes that spam it. I think this hero as an Alpha Wolf or a pack leader build is straight up insane for pubs. Has a 50% win rate or slightly higher than that in average across all brackets. In high MMR and Pro Tracker, it's like 53, 54. I think it's one of those heroes where if you know what you're doing, completely broken. Definitely better the more you gain MMR because it's kind of an early game hero. It scales okay, but it's more of a mid game hero. And then finally, the last point of the video is that Ringmaster seems to be doing quite well. This hero got nerfed really, really hard, but I said it when the hero came out. If people get good at this hero, it is one of the most broken things in the game. The reason why is it just can kind of do everything. Besides laning, I actually think this hero is kind of a bad laner. It has issues there. Every time I lane against it, I kind of beat it with heroes like Pugna or Chen or Ogre. I feel like I kind of beat this guy's ass. But honestly, its mid game is ridiculous. And that's more important for pubs. And so yeah, it can do everything. It's souvenirs. One of them gives you a dispel and a disjoint, the reflection, where you make an illusion, whatever it's called. You have whoopee cushions, you just can disengage and slow. And then like Strongman Tonic, even though it got nerfed, is still broken. You just give strength to you or your allies. It's just insane. This hero can kill creeps with its E, it wave clears with the Q, it has a save, which yes, it's dispellable by Nullifier and like Shadow Demon, but it has a save. Its ulti is still a teamfight spell. Yes, it's not nearly what it was when it came out, but it's still a strong teamfight spell, and if not respected, it will wipe you. So yeah, I think Ringmaster, very good hero, kind of similar to Lycan or like Alk or DK. If you put the time into this hero, it's gonna feel really good when you really min-maxed it. You're gonna do a lot, like a lot. But alright, that's going to be all for today's meta update. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and you learned quite a bit about what's going on right now. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
And that's all. But remember, before you leave, come on, before you tune out, subscribe to the GameLeap website where we are going to help you get to the next rank. If you're stuck, click the link down below. And I'm out. Peace.